Welcome back to GamecocksOnline.com. I'm joined by head volleyball coach Tom Mendoza as the Gamecocks finally get ready to start their season this weekend at Georgia for a doubleheader with the Bulldogs. Coach, it feels like it's been a while since you've been in kind of game week prep mode, but how does it feel to kind of feel a little bit of a sense of normalcy right now?
Yeah, it's somewhat of a sense of normalcy. That's probably accurate. I know there's some things that feel like a normal season. But even things like doing film and scout. We have to. So it's a little bit different. So I think we're ready to play. And how many things we need to be cleaned up, I think that's a different story. But I think our team is ready to go and compete, and it's probably the same for Georgia. And so we have some good memories in that gym. We've come away with two very close wins the last two seasons, and we're going to need a similar effort if we plan to be successful this weekend.
Georgia's kind of in a similar boat in some ways to us, where you lose some key pieces that really made a difference on the court. They lose their setter, they lose their libero from last year. Kind of how do you prepare for an offense that was so unique in Georgia when they do lose kind of the director of that offense?
Yeah, she did a great job running the offense. Like you said, different setter, but it's probably a similar system, I imagine. We'll find out and we'll make adjustments on the fly. I think they have some core principles to their program that take a little bit extra time to prepare for, and we're especially our players that return kind of. I think have a little bit more of an idea what to expect. The players that either transferred in or are younger players, we're trying to catch them up and get them up to speed, and hopefully it doesn't take a set or two to adjust to the pace that Georgia typically plays at. But Georgia's a great team, and like you said, both teams added new players, but return some key contributors from last year. So I think it's a really challenging first matchup, and we're excited for the challenge.
I don't think anyone expects the starting lineup on Saturday to be the starting lineup you finish with at the end of the fall, beginning of spring, etc. But how confident are you that you kind of know the personnel that you can rely on in these certain positions and key situations? Where do you guys stand with kind of how you have felt out your roster so far in the fall?
I couldn't be more excited about the group. I think the level of competition in the gym has been just at a high level, really exciting to be a part of and watch every day from the day they came back. And credit to our student athletes for finding ways to stay in shape and stay volleyball fit during the summer, and then to come in and just compete. And like you said, there's been some consistency over the last couple of years where the lineup hadn't changed very much. There's a lot more competition for positions this year, which I think is a great thing. We just have to handle it well and support each other when our teammates are on the court. But that level of competition is just raising the total level of play and what South Carolina is capable of. So I think it's exciting. Last year we had kind of an older group, and I didn't think we started out the season very, very quickly. And it kind of took us a while to get up to playing to our level. This year it's a new lineup with some different players, different faces. So you kind of know what to expect. We may hit the ground running, and that's our plan come Saturday.
And it may seem kind of strange to think about, but are you almost happy to be starting on the road where you're not worrying about what the game day situation is going to be like at home, and kind of worrying about all those variables and just going out there and kind of having a pretty normal pre-game preparation and just going out there and going out and competing in Athens instead?
Yeah, there's some simplicity to being on the road. You're in a hotel, you're a little more isolated and have a chance to really focus on preparing for a match. There's some logistical questions as far as the traveling and feeding and feeding our team and getting ready for scout and all those things. But yeah, like you mentioned, there's some extra game day prep and that our production people will be ready for. But it's different than normal years, so it gives them an extra 2 weeks to get ready, and for us, we can go see how things go at Georgia and what we need to adjust when we get to host.